Welcome back to ICP Strategy. My name is Tim. I'm here to break it down for you, the Web3 blockchain infrastructure, the new internet, and everything having to do with that. So like and subscribe, comments down below are welcome as long as they're bullish. Just kidding, they can be anything. And just keep in mind, this video is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor in any way, shape, or form. Make your own decisions, do your own research for any of your investments, consult a professional before making any investment decisions. But yeah, we recently had a big pump in all of crypto, and I knew that was going to happen. I was actually just about to make a video that said that all altcoins are going to pump. And I know you were probably like, "Oh yeah, I'm so sure you were gonna make that video." I mean, that was right on the tip of your tongue. It's true though. I didn't mean it in the sense of like, I knew exactly when it was going to happen. But what I mean to say that I was going to say that is that not just ICP is going to pump. When Bitcoin goes up, then altcoins follow, and that's just kind of the way of the world. And ICP is still just considered kind of an altcoin, and maybe it'll have this Zcash moment, as everyone keeps saying, ICP is going to have its Zcash moment. It's like, sure, that'd be great if it has a Zcash moment, but we're going to have to kind of just see how it plays out. If it slowly gets adopted, or people realize that it is getting adopted, which it is. In certain instances and situations, we're going to have, price increases in ICP. Obviously, it's not all about the price, because first you got to have, the tech behind it, and the fundamentals, and the infrastructure, and the adoption, and then eventually, retail will FOMO in once they see the price going up. But it happened with all altcoins. The meme coins pumped up when Bitcoin kind of repriced and went over 70K. And I don't know what the new floor is. I feel like the new floor for ICP is probably 220 now. So I don't think there's anything like super significant going on right now that's gonna cause like a blow off top bull run that we're gonna see, where prices are just gonna continuously go up as like it's late 2017 again or something like that. I mean, it could. That'd be fine, but I actually did a little bit of selling the other night at midnight when everything was just like spiking up, and I sold a tiny bit of some of my altcoins that I had sitting on Robinhood, just to basically wait for things to kind of correct and go back down to reality, and buy back in. And I'm not in any way trying to time the market or outsmart the market or anything like that, but it seemed to be basically right at the peak of that local run. Unfortunately, some of the altcoins I bought were way higher when I had bought them, and then so I lost money on Dog with Hat and Pudgy Penguins and some stuff like that, where it went down like 80% since I had bought in 2025, because I thought that we were going to have a big bull run towards the end of the year, and it hadn't happened yet, and then it ended up never happening. And then all those crappy meme coins just kind of kept going down and down. But I think they'll probably go back up. Who knows? I can't predict the future. But as far as what we're actually here to talk about, which is ICP, it's like, yeah, I mean, we're going to see what happens with that. It's all about price now, because it's getting like squeezed between two lanes here. I don't really know what to say. I mean, we're thinking more and more about price now, because we got some price action recently, and it seems like we're off the bottom. But one thing I did predict was the bottom, which I predicted in one of my videos. Not too many people watched it. It was several weeks ago when I said that I don't think we're going below 60 again. I think we've seen the bottom, and now that we're above 60, Bitcoin was at like 64 at that point. I said I don't think we're going to go below 60 anymore, and it appears that we're not going to go below 60 because now we're in the mid 70s, and I mean it could go back down into the 60s. I just don't think we're going to go into the 50s, and I think that's kind of done. I think Bitcoin is repriced, and in the future when we have Bitcoin going back up over 100K and then 200K, 300K, so on and so forth, we're never going to see those kinds of prices again. And I think, kind of the same thing with ICP. We saw it bottom at $2, just like that was its hard floor. It couldn't get below $2. Not really. I mean, it might have went to like 198 or something, but that was pretty much the bottom, I think. And now that it's repriced, it went up to like 280, back down to 240, and now I think the floor is probably, it might trend down a little bit and get back down to 220 or something at the lowest, but that's probably about it. I think we're off the lows. I think I think the future is gonna be bright. We might grind up or down for a while, another year or something. We'll probably have another big pump, whenever. Could be later this year, could be next year. But I said before that I think we're going to have our altcoin season in 2027, because that's 4 years since our last altcoin season when ICP went up to $20. Nice signal. Yeah, ICP pumped up to $20, and that was kind of like the altcoin season. It was opposite of the Bitcoin cycle, which happened in 2021 and then 2025, and then the altcoin cycle happened 2023, and then I think 4 years from that would be 2027. So I think 2027 is going to be the big altcoin season where ICP is going to pump up to $100. That's just what I think. I don't know. I can't advise anyone what to do with their money. I'm just making videos for fun. It's enjoyable for me. I get something out of it. I enjoy feeling like I'm somewhat part of the ICP community, and I want to probably accumulate some more ICP, maybe take a little bit of this altcoin money that I raised with the latest pump, where I sold some of those altcoins, and convert that to ICP instead, and hopefully buy right around like 220, 225, and pick up a little bit more with some of that extra cash. So that's just kind of like my strategy right now. I don't know if it's good or bad, but I'm not totally against holding a diversified portfolio, because you do see like ridiculous moves with some of these meme coins, where they go up like 28% in one day or something. And I mean, that's why people get into crypto, because they want to see ridiculous moves on altcoins. But I like all crypto, I guess, unless it goes just really tanks, and then I get mad and then I hate it. But that's just the emotion in me speaking. Anyways, yeah, let's stick with it, and let's support each other in this community that we have built, and we'll go from there. But I'm out of here for now. I'll see you next time.